Welcome to the B.B.B podcast. What was it episode fucking 5 or 4 or I can't remember. It's been that long. We'll put in the number on the screen. Fuck it.
It really has been a while since you posted, hasn't it?
Well, let me have a look at this. Bear me one brief minute.
Uh, you've done
The
three
last
episodes?
3, yeah, the recent one was live streamed 4 months ago.
4 months. Well, we're back.
Well, the recent upload was best of one of my mates, so it was a month ago. So I haven't been going that long, but we've been
Yeah.
going for a while.
The podcast has been for a while.
Yep.
And now it's back.
We are back.
And your first guest is first guest back is this goofy guy from Denmark.
Yep. Goofy guy from Britain, goofy guy from Denmark, and guess what? Meme. It's Kushti.
Memes.
Memes.
Brandon
of
says that all the
memes.
time. Gushti.
Kushti means great or good or amazing. It could mean anything on the positive side. Like I could just say I'm Kushti or are you feeling Kushti? It's the
And
new
it is
lingo.
Brandon's most used word.
Hey, you don't call it my vocabulary like that, mister. It is my vocab at this point, just one word. Kushti.
Look, once you find like one word you really like, you're not gonna say anything else other than just that word on repeat.
Yeah, you're not gonna get rid of it.
Never.
Be fine. In terms of life, we've kind of separated since the fucking like the higher or lower video.
True. We haven't really properly talked like this in a while.
Yep. So this is kind of like a get back, like conversation type thing. We thought, you know what, fuck it, podcast.
The boys are reunited and we're doing it in a podcast. We have a few things written down. Otherwise, we're probably like gonna go off on tangents and we'll just see where this goes.
Yep. Because I've written down, I'd have nothing written down before this. So I've written down like a couple of weird points. I just put life, DA games, and random bullshit. That's pretty much all the topics we're gonna get today.
Yep. And like for the both of us, I mean, this is like kind of a comeback for the both of us. I mean, I just put out my first video in a while, but you've also been gone for a month, and so have I. So
I mean, I haven't really been gone for a month. I've just been posting on the Go on Trio channel, which has been my main focus. I don't even know when the last upload of that was. It's a month ago. It says a lot. When was the...
Yeah.
No, technically 4 weeks ago, which is still a month, which is the Trying to Laugh stream.
So we've both been gone for
a while.
A bit.
A while.
But now we're both back. So take that how you will.
Yeah, I have a couple of things that I do want to talk about in terms of my own end, and I think when I do ask Sander the topics, he will have some stuff on his end, so be amazing.
Oh yeah, both give our weird insight because we're weird people.
we are the very weird people. We are just two idiots on the internet making memes, making videos, and guess what? We don't get shit from it, so it's all fucking fine.
Oh yeah, look, I came back with a Minecraft video. I don't take this shit seriously.
What was it? You beat Minecraft in an hour? What the hell?
I somehow did. I don't know how. I was lucky. It was also a set seed. I'm not that much of a pro, but hey, it's still like a speedrun strat to like beat Minecraft on a set seed.
You know what? It's fair enough. You gotta do what you gotta do.
And like, you know, there's people who beat that in like, I don't know, a minute. Look, I'm proud that I did it in under an hour.
I just love those videos on like, was it YouTube, which is like beating Minecraft in less than 10 seconds where they just spawn in the fucking end and just have God mode.
Yep.
I just love one of those videos. I want to try and make my own, but with like 0 mods and just have like a Superman punch spawn in the end, just kill the Ender Dragon with one hit. I beat Minecraft in a millisecond. There we go. I need to see that video.
Hell yeah.
Yep. But in terms of Minecraft, you've been posting a lot of that. I'm not well, ages ago you were. If I was to fucking word myself.
Like the thing is, like, I think last year, like I've played Minecraft before. I used to play like a lot of Pocket Edition like years back. Then last year I was like, you know what? I haven't properly played Minecraft in a while. Let's just run with it and see where it goes. And then I got hooked. And I was like, you know what? Let's do an entire series. So I did that. And then I was like, okay, I'll do a few more things. I'll build some stuff. I'll do hardcore until I die. I'll try and beat it in an hour. I've tried doing mods. None of them worked. So I don't know what's going on with that.
It normally fails when you try and do mods. This is why I stick with, what was it? CurseForge, because you can make mod packs and it just works. For some reason, it just works.
Right. But like I don't know, like I'm gonna try like GTA mods soon and hope they work because that's banger content.
Oh, I've seen, was it Smitty do GA mods? It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, Smay's the goat.
Yeah, in terms of Smitty, I kind of nabbed one of his things, which is the death noises, which is a weird thing I nabbed, which is just oh, just every single time I get hit in a video game, it's just oh. He does that weird noise thingy. I don't know why, but it's funny.
It just is. One thing that's crazy as well is so Smitty and Cryos, like they for ages now, they've done the whole crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. And now it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we were the first ones.
We were the first ones.
Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room, rubber room full of rats.
Trust
Rats
me,
make me crazy.
since that's gone everywhere, it's been in my group chat. It's been everywhere for me.
Oh, yeah.
It's uh
And it was posted like 15 years ago. Then Smitty and Cryos adopted it, and now it's everywhere.
yeah. It's I just really hope that they know how much of a meme they created or like started off.
Oh yeah. It always feels good when you were like onto something before everybody else. Like for example, I found Mr. Beast in 2016 when he had like at least definitely less than 100,000 subscribers, and now he is the biggest thing on the planet. I'm like, I was OG. I found him through like a drinking bleach prank on his mom. I don't think the video is up anymore. There's like re-uploads of it, but I found him through that. I thought, okay, that's pretty funny. I was a kid, and I watched more of it, and then okay, I found like the cringiest intros, and then like as the years went on, he just skyrocketed, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah, it's just he does all these videos, and guess what? It's just for a good cause, which I can understand. So it's a very good thing for
Like
Jimmy to do.
exactly, like he's really like mastered like the YouTube algorithm, and like he's using his platform for so much good. Like he's giving back to the community, he's giving back to his fans, he's um like he's supportive of his friends as well. Like for example, the whole Chris drama, and he's like,
Oh,
you know what, Chris is my friend. Like fuck off if you don't like it.
I just don't understand really how that entire thing started off. Anyway,
It was just Chris made like a decision for herself. She's an adult and she's allowed to do whatever she wants. And like no one batted an eye, but then as soon as she came out saying she was on HRT, everyone lost their minds.
everyone just lost their minds at that point. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
Yeah,
understand why, but it is what it is. What the drama can get
yeah,
into. I don't. God knows what's going on.
yeah. I'm just glad that like Jimmy and the boys support Chris,
Yeah,
regardless.
which is all good. No problem. Ain't no
Hell yeah.
shame. Yeah, be who you want to be in 2023, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good message for this podcast. Be who the fuck you want to be.
Exactly. Like that's what it all boils down to. Like as long as you're happy within yourself, like and are doing what you enjoy doing, that's all that really matters. Like if you want to be, I don't know, a YouTuber, an actor, a musician, a garbage guy, whatever it may be, like just go out there and do it. If your way of being and if your way of being like confident and happy in your body is being shredded, do that. If it's like changing your gender or like being non-gender conforming, do that as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to, for example, work on me because like I found out I've had like body dysmorphia for a while now, and I'm just working through that. I'm already down about what was it 12 pounds? I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I'm down 6-7 kilograms. I don't know what that is in stone for the British viewers, so apologies. But
We
yeah,
do kilograms here. We don't just do ounces or like we do kilograms here because I have a scale that does kilograms. We'll
okay,
translate it soon.
that's completely fair. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. I enjoy sharing like my fitness stuff with people as well, and like it's also like seeing the comments for a while saying like, "Oh, Sanders getting fat now. He used to be fit and all this." It's like, God damn it! Like you're right, but like stop saying it.
Yeah, I don't understand how people can be like that though. It's but like
No, it's like you always call out yourself on things, or like for example, how I have a massive forehead. I can say I have a massive forehead. No one else can say it. Only
yeah.
me.
I mean, I'm starting to get one. But look at this 4K resolution piece I've got rocking up.
You haven't seen mine. It's bad, especially now that like I don't have as much hair and like I'm doing the hair up. Um, yeah, that
Yeah,
forehead is something.
Yeah, I wear bandanas a lot, so my hair gets pushed back, so that means my hairline is slightly receding. But we move on. We move onward.
Yeah, the receding hairline. I fear for the day it happens to me. Like most people like the bald look, which I'm glad about. So maybe I'll be able to pull it off. I hope so.
You'll be able to pull it off. Don't worry. You'll be
I,
fine.
I hope so.
Like you, you could look like the next Mr. Clean if you did it like clean shaven bald though.
Oh yeah, like completely bald, body completely shaven as well. That's a good Mr. Clean cosplay.
I really expect that to be a Halloween costume. Just shave it completely clean. It's just don't dye your eyebrows white because I know you won't be able to do that. Or just you might want to do that, or just get like some spray paint, like not spray paint, like spray dye that can just wash off easy because I know that exists.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just gonna look like I have no eyebrows, and I've already seen the photoshops people have made of that. Tragic,
Oh,
absolutely tragic.
but I was debating on going bald at one point because of a certain meme that you've seen. You've seen
Oh boy.
that one meme with what was it? The meme tier list. I sent that over, which was
Oh
the
yeah.
bald
Oh yeah.
me.
The video we did, and then you had like it was like a face app filter or something where you
It
were
was
bald.
yeah, it was a Snapchat filter, which I then made
Yeah,
the meme of Bolden, which was a
yeah.
weird
Because
thing, a weird era.
I think, I think it was because we talked about Andrew Tate, and then you were
Hmm.
like, look at me bald. I actually sadly look like him. I was like, Jesus Christ, you do. So don't do that.
Well, see, the amount of people I look when I actually did the bold filter was so weird. It was like, oh, I look like this person, this person, this person, then it just looked weird for me.
Oh yeah, that was the reason I did the Instagram reel where I cosplayed as every bald person.
Oh, fucking, I actually missed that one. I need to actually have a look at that, like, soon, like, after the
Oh
podcast.
boy.
So, it's like
I
you
just
cosplaying, what was it? The Last Airbender, Mr. Clean, pretty much anyone under the sun that is bald, practically. Seth Etherman,
oh
for
yeah,
example.
like Walter White, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, of course, Baldy from Baldy's Basics.
Hell nah. It was all good, though. It's all for good fun.
Oh yeah. Side note, whatever the hell happened to Baldy's Basics? It was like everywhere, and now you never hear of it anymore.
I think it was a one-hit wonder. I feel like that was just a one-hit wonder game.
It really was. And then they were like saying, "Oh, we're gonna make it like a full and better game," because like the original was like a game jam. It was made in like a month or something. So they want to make it like better and more full. But I never really heard more about it since like I want to say 2 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with Baldi or like any other indie games besides Final Fantasy and Bendy and Deltarune.
Right.
Yeah, those three main games are the ones I've been keeping up with
Yeah, that's fair.
because those are the big ones that are like hot in topic right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of topic, like in terms of what the first topic is, we got life in general. Like, how has life been for us? What's we've been doing? I saw you moved. Well, you went to Italy for I believe it was like a few weeks or like a month. I could be wrong.
Yeah. So like for me, it was hard because like I took a mental health break, and it was like I wanted people to let people know where I am, etc. Last time I took a mental health break as well, it was because of like you know this person named Leah, who a lot of the fans know, and we basically went our separate ways. And i- this time it happened because like of another situation, and my mental health deteriorated. I was like, fuck, I need to do something about it. And I went to Italy on a vacation with my family just to spend time with them, etc. And it was like, how much do I want to tell people? Because on one hand, like you always feel like you owe your audience an explanation, but at the same time, you don't owe people anything. Like that, there's a fine line of like what you share in your personal life to the audience and what just gets hidden behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need to just take a step away. I went to Italy for a month. It was fantastic. I just worked on my mental health. I'm getting myself into therapy. I came back and I was like, okay, I feel like the time is right now for me to come back. So I did.
Yeah, so you came back and you're even stronger than ever, which is the good
Oh
thing.
yeah, exactly. So I'm happy to be back, and I'm excited for the content that I'm gonna be making, and I was really excited to hop on this podcast as well. So
Yeah,
we're good. We're chilling.
bing chilling.
Bing chilling.
Hell yeah. And
All right. What
now,
about what about you though? Have you been doing like anything interesting in life as of late?
interesting in life? Oh God, no. Pretty boring over here. Nah.
Yeah.
I think since no, not January this. I think January this year things have been going up for me.
Hell yeah.
So ever since January, so that's when me and my girlfriend actually started dating.
Congratulations.
Yeah, started in January and we keep pushing onward because we love each other that much.
Hell yeah.
And ever since March hit, it was just like, fuck, we have the lowest point now. Not in terms of our relationship, just in our group chat as a whole.
Right.
Because a great friend of ours passed away, and it was also one of the members of the group channel that me and BC are currently still working on. So we still push on. Shoot, Nikki won't be forgotten, obviously.
That's always hard. Um, the thing is for me, like it's always hard losing whether it's a friend or a family member or a pet, etc. But I always try to think of it as like thinking back on the good times
Yeah.
that you had with them. Of course, you need time to like mourn and like grieve and everything like that. But I try to like look at the positive of it. I try to think back as a celebration of their life and think about all the good times we had together. Um, for me, that's a way of that's a comfort during those hard times.
Yeah, because you can obviously remember the good things, but like in terms of knowing that they're gone, that can really, be a major kick in the balls. Like,
It can indeed, and I also think like it's better to like accept that because of that you're gonna be sad for a while and say that that's okay because you need the time to heal, and then you're able to seek comfort in that.
yeah, yeah, but I think since that we've all just been pushing on no matter what obstacles face our way. So obviously Nikki won't be forgotten. There's no doubt about that. You'll obviously
Of course.
be remembered for the longest time. It's knowing that they're gone, and for me, it's a good thing to know that I have like something to work towards because I know Nikki will be proud of every single one of us that have, you know, been supported of her. Like all friends and family will be proud of Nikki and think she'll be proud of us as well.
Hell yeah.
Yep. I think in terms of life, like after April, it's just been going uphill in a way. So, because I've announced a bunch of new things, I've got pretty much an entire lore story going on, which has been, oh, God knows how long in the making. I think roughly 9 years now, maybe 10.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've just nearly finished writing chapter one.
Look, good things take time.
Yeah, it's a banger. Let's just call it that one because I need voices for that, but I need to finish the actual story of it first. So
Ah.
yeah, and I've got a few people in mind for voices. So that'll be fun to
Ooh.
actually get people involved and yeah, in terms of the lore, that's all I've got right now. I mean, there's a new album on the way, but I don't want to give too much of that away.
Right.
Yeah, I just recently released a separate lore story on the B.B.B Archives channel, which was just a short story about it's roughly about self-love to yourself and how someone can help you through all the dark times and help you see the lighter side of things.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a it's a slight reference to how I met my girlfriend, to be honest, because it's just like I was in a weird position and she brought me into the limelight, which is actually like one of the best feelings ever.
Hell yeah. It's always great to be able to use that as inspiration going into your own crafts.
Yeah, I generally loved the story that was that came from the entire short story side of things because that story is very personal to me. It's a very good
Hell
story.
yeah.
But in terms of lore stories, there's more to go from me, like more short stories. Like I'm working on, I believe, two other lore stories. One for a Minecraft server, which I'm currently in with Logan and them lot. I've been working on a little bit of like a tape series, like series of like audio logs for something. That's been going well. Still got to write the scripts for it. I know the rough idea in my mind right now.
Hell yeah.
And the other one is going to be like there's a trailer for that coming out in a month or two. I know that for sure. But the entire story of that one will be released sometime in December. Can't really say when. It's going to be a live interactive experience. Let's just call it that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's just say it's going to be like a it might change. Like it might not be a live experience. It might just be like a full story mixed into one massive premiere video.
Right.
Because it is like a big story. Can't really say anything about those two stories, but I can talk about the main one, which is what I like to call CNTR, which is the big story I've got going on, which is just a random mess of what my brain goes through when I'm in a very weird position in life. So if I have any troubles, it's in that story. So it's all grand. So there's many more chapters to go, but still writing chapter one. So it's all
Hell
good,
yeah.
all grand.
Oh yeah. Like I'm glad you're finding that passion in writing.
Yeah, I've been writing for a while. It's just I've never really been very publishy about it. Like I haven't posted any videos regarding it since I feel like the recent one, looking into Broken Mirror, which the story I just released. That one was just it was just like a experiment. Think of a good thing, write it down, and then make a story out of it. Then I did, and it turned out brilliant to me. So it was perfect in every way for that story. But in terms of the big one, I have to legit like look back on all the old lore videos I used to make and be like, how the fuck do I incorporate this into this? Fuck.
Yeah, suddenly it has to come together and
Yeah.
chaos.
Like trust me, I've been I had because when I was with the peeps with them lot, it was just a weird period for us and during Halloween because we just released random bullshit. And then here's my dumbass thinking, let's make a story out of this. But I wouldn't change any of it for, I wouldn't change any of that story. It's still gonna be the same thing. So that's fun.
Right. Like everyone always has like their own experiences. And that's what I think is so fantastic about like stories that people put out there, whether it's in music form or movies or like just or books or just stories in general, is that we all just have really weird experiences in life. And that's one thing I always go for is I just want to experience life. I've said this a lot many times before, but I just want a million stories for my grandkids. I want to be like the cool uncle, not the creepy uncle.
Yeah.
There's a difference. But I want to be that cool uncle that always has great stories to tell, and I want to put that forward because like I'm starting to make music now, and I want to maybe write a book eventually. Um, yeah, it's just great. It that experience that you can put into it, and when people can relate to that in songs, for example, even if it's your own experience, people always have some way of relating to it. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's also why, look, AI is one hell of a topic, but the thing about AI is like, look, some AI covers are really funny, for example, or really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But like, for example, when AI tries to write a story or something, it loses the human aspect of it. Like, um, that that sense of relatability or that sense of like there was a human who experienced this and they're putting that into this art form, which is awesome.
Yeah.
AI doesn't really have that, you know?
I mean, with AI, there's really no personal story to tell. It's just like well, let's just put random words together and see if it works,
Yep.
sort of deal.
Exactly. Same thing if an AI tries to write music. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel the same if it tries to write lyrics. No, hell no.
Plus, it'll always be like pretty basic. So like if you for example like really basic like pop music for example, then AI is gonna be fantastic. But like for anything else, like no, like
Yeah,
no.
I would love to see AI try and write death metal or just really weird like drum and bass music. That would be
Yeah.
interesting to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of music, DA games, we are going into this territory, aren't we? Here we
Oh boy.
fucking go. So we both stopped doing DA games content, which I'm fucking more than happy with.
Yep.
I couldn't be bothered. Like, if I get a remix request, I'm like, nah, just not do that. No.
No, I'm good. I think life is phases, and like there's nothing wrong with that. People's tastes change as they get older. For me, like I still, you know, even if I don't watch the guy as much anymore, I still appreciate everything he does and still think he's a great guy and a creator with everything that he does. Um, my content just took a different direction, and I know yours did as well. And that's just that's just the nature of life. You you just you try things out. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you come and go. That's natural. The DA game stuff just came and it went again for us, and now we're exploring new things. Like I said, exploring life. Going out there and trying new things. Push yourself. All that stuff. We can't just stay in like the DA games lane forever, right? Like
Yeah, we
there's
there's no way you
there,
can.
there's no growth in that. Like you see all these, like, not to call anyone out specifically, but I see a lot of channels that just try and replicate the DA games, like branding and the music. Like they use the same sort of signature sound that it has and the
Hmm.
exact same genres. And you can definitely feel there's a lot of inspiration. They never really go anywhere because and I'm saying this as a guy who's done this himself, but they never really go anywhere because Will and his crew already did what they did and they were able to gain success from that. If someone tries to replicate that, it's not going to have the same effect as it did the first time.
Yeah, which is perfectly understandable. You can't recreate something that's just you can't recreate something that's already perfect enough.
Exactly.
If
It
that
just
makes sense.
it just it doesn't work because people saw DA games for what it was. They were like, "Oh, that thing is cool. I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna see where they go with this and how they progress it and make more." Someone else doing that is just not gonna have the same effect.
Yeah. That's why I kind of stopped with remixes. It's like, yeah, let's just try and recreate the sound. No, no more. No. A few songs in, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. No.
But at the same time, for the both of us, it was a good way of like growing and learning because like we all have to start from somewhere. And I think a lot of people when they start out in like the YouTube field or music or acting, whatever it is, they look up to the people um like their idols, and they kind of try to maybe replicate that because obviously they've seen what they do and they're like, "Oh, I want to be like them." And so you try things out until you eventually find your own personality, your own niche. I guess you could say.
Yeah, I kind of had my own personality. I think in terms of DA Games remixes, it was just like let's experiment with certain sounds and see if they work. So the DA Games remixes for me were just like a learning curve in FL Studio. So I just released them because, you know what? I just had these. Let's just release them. It's just fine.
Right. And I mean for me like it was the reason why I like downloaded FL Studio, my my music program, was also because of D games, and I started just doing like D games covers, and then I went on to doing like different kinds of covers to eventually now getting to a point where I'm in the process of creating my own music, and now I'm like really into like EDM and house music, and I'm also learning to DJ, and I really like, for example, Avicii is a big inspiration of that. Rest in peace. Um, so it's just you try different things out, like trial and error, and eventually you'll find your own way of doing it, and you'll go places.
Yeah. Like a find your own style kind of thing. It's like with drawing and art, you just find your own style, I believe, as life goes on. Or if you have inspiration for like TV shows and whatnot, you have inspiration for those.
Yeah, because everyone has inspiration from somewhere. It's just about not taking that too far.
Yeah, not trying to copy it. Just try and find your
Exactly.
own style while using those as inspiration or like
Yep.
as a mix and match for a certain style you want to do.
Exactly. Because like my videos nowadays are kind of they can be similar to other people. Like for example, the thing with beating Minecraft in an hour. Admittedly, that's an idea I had from Ludwig, but I also did it my own way, my own editing, my own way of playing, etc. The meme stream is not my idea. That's something several other people have done, but it's just about taking your own spin on it.
Yeah.
Or Reddit, for example. Like if fucking there's so many people who've done Reddit videos, but like it's just about adding your own personality, your own editing style, your own everything, so that it's unique and people won't just look at this and think like that's too similar to this other channel. I'm gonna go watch them instead.
Yeah.
I also think people need to accept that things do take time. Like if you're just starting out with YouTube, like you won't have your style right away. You won't have your millions of views right away unless you're lucky. Like there's a lot of people when they first start out, they realize like, oh, this is a long process and it's not like as easy as I thought it would be. and they quit because they don't have the right passion for it. Whether it's us, for example, we stuck with it because we actually had a passion for making content and making music and everything like that.
Yeah, I think in terms of what I do, it's just like if I have a video in mind, I'll record it. I know I might just leave it for a few months, then record, then actually release it. Because
Right.
I don't really take pride in the solo channel side of things. Like in the group channel, I have to take as much like professionalism as I can, but knowing me, that's gonna go horribly wrong if I actually try and remain professional. It's not a, you know, like all my channels are not gonna be PG because fuck that. I couldn't be fucking bothered. Like I'm not gonna lie, in terms of being too PG, you don't want to be too PG to the point where it's just like the Spider-Man and Elsa situation all over again, but we don't want to have all that over on
Nope.
these channels. Like, you can be PG to a point where it doesn't feel like a kid's channel, you know?
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to have like a drive for kids, otherwise people will be like, oh, this is wrong. So we don't want to
Yep.
go to that sort of boundary, you know?
Definitely not. I mean, I try to be family friendly for like 5 months or something like that. But I feel like I did it more so because I felt forced. Because for a while, YouTube hated me. It started getting better, but YouTube really hated me for a while. I remember I had a lot of videos that were, well, I say demonetized. I'm not making money anyway, but like they were age restricted. Some were even taken down completely. Um, and I was never really given like a proper reason. If they were able to say why, then it'd be easier to work off that. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try and not swear for a while, see if that works. I realized after a while it was pretty much the same, and I was like, you know what? I'll just get back to swearing. There's no
Yeah.
point. There's no fucking point.
Like, in terms of, there was one video which I haven't told anyone. Pardon me. Which was I went PG for one video. I don't know what game I was playing. I tried to be like as PG as I could, but then I realized, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. Then I deleted the footage afterwards. I can't remember what game I was playing, but I deleted the footage of me just being too PG. I don't remember what game it was or what I was doing, but it was just like a massive nope for me.
Right.
Yeah, I just realized it doesn't fucking matter what content you post. If people enjoy it and if you fucking laugh at it, it's post it kind of thing.
Exactly. It just it feels so unnatural to just have to hold back when you're so used to swearing and being free with it.
It's like old school YouTube when it's just like you can gain however many subscribers in the first 2 fucking months, and you can be an instant hit and get all like the ad revenue for the YouTube partnership program. It
Yeah.
That's what old school is. Then now with recently, it's like you need to have 1,000 subs and 300 or 400 public hours, and if you don't have that, you need to get at least 10 million views on a short. What the fuck, YouTube?
That is legitimately wild.
Like in terms of YouTube, I don't want to do it for money. Hell no. Like I want to try and my best to keep this underneath the fucking demonetization margin because I'm having fun with swearing. So I don't want it to get to a point where yes, I want to make money, but I want to still swear. If you know what I mean. I still want to be myself
Right.
in videos.
Exactly. Like that's the same here. Like I just do this for fun, and I don't like want to have the pressures of having to. Because for a while, all I cared about was like, okay, I need to make a video that gets good views and things like that. And I started the second channel, which also blew up very quickly. And had I continued to go that route, like it could have been a lot bigger. But I also prioritized like happiness and having fun with my content over that. And now I'm like in the process of talking to some people, some other YouTubers, maybe working for them as like a job, and then have my own channel on the side as just like a hobby. I think
Yeah.
that's a good way of separating the two, like a good work and life divide.
Yeah, I think because for me, I have a part-time job at a theater I'm working at, so that's a good
Hmm.
thing. Not the decent pay, but it's good
Yeah,
enough. Obviously, I have to get like a secondary
hey,
job to actually
anything
fulfill
for the
the
money.
fucking thingy. Hmm?
Yeah, anything for the pay.
Anything for the pay. I actually enjoy working there though. That's the good thing.
And that's the most important thing, because
Yeah.
like I've had one job in my life, and I only worked there because like it was the only place I could really work at, and like they gave good pay, and I'm like I bought things with that. Like I earned really good, and I bought a lot of things with the money that I earned from it. but I also came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm not like happy mentally. Like,
Yeah.
sure, I've bought these cool things. I'm earning enough to like live properly, and I'm able to go like to the bar and buy drinks, etc. Like I'm good financially. I'm stable, but like I was miserable working there. So I had to just take a decision to say, oh, okay, I'd rather just be broke and at least have more happiness than I would if I continued to work there.
Yeah. Like, like in terms of my workplace, they say if you ever feel like bad mentally, come talk to us. We'll because with the way the workplace is like okay, we need to make sure that our staff is like 100% like in a comfortable position, which is a good thing in terms of any
That's
workplace.
great.
So I have a bunch of people to talk to. Even one of my best friends from I believe like year 7, year 8 is working at the place I'm working at. So he's a good lad. So I could just talk to him if you have any problems, or one of the managers that work there. So
Hell yeah. I really feel like that should be standard for a lot of workplaces. I feel like it could really save a lot of people in a lot of situations
yeah,
if people were just able to be like uh, allowed to be open and like communicate in a workplace and say, "Hey, I'm feeling this and that." And like for example, I've seen so many like for example, clips or like text conversations where someone is like um also letting people know in like due time, like, hey, I can't come to work because of this and that, and they're like, oh, that's not a good excuse, or it's like, um, my mother just died. I can't come into work the next few days.
yeah, it's it,
Or the people who fire someone and say like, oh, well, you have to still come in for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, I don't have the job anymore anyway. I'm just gonna not come in. What are you gonna do?
so that's the most funniest thing I've ever heard. It's just like, oh, we fired you. Still come in for 2 weeks though. That makes no fucking sense. You fired me, but you still want me to come in. I mean, so am I
Yeah,
working
it's
here
like
or no?
I'm not gonna earn anything. What are you gonna do if I don't show up? Fire me? Okay, I'm already fired. Like, what are they gonna do? Call the police? I'm already fired. Like, I'm not breaking any laws here.
I fired you. Can you come in for 2 weeks? No. Oh, we'll fire you again. How does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah, but at least in terms of workplaces, you need that validation to know that your mental health matters. So,
Exactly.
like in terms of YouTube can be a job, and if you have a bunch of people on the team, and if they're like, okay, I can't edit this video for you because of my mistake, I'll be like, yep, just take all the time you need. Don't worry, I'll just edit it myself. It's all fine.
Right.
So I don't want anyone to be in a situation where their mental health is bad to the point where I'll be like, yeah, just still work for it anyway. No, I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like, your mental health matters. Don't worry. Don't. If you need time off, take all the time you need.
Exactly. And like I also have like I edit some videos myself, for example, the Minecraft video, I edit that myself, but I also have a different editor on. Um, but we've been able to like communicate a lot about how like if he's like just having an off day, like he works his ass off anyway. He was putting in like 7 hour work days sometimes, like nonstop. And I'm like, if you need a break, please just take it. He also has some health problems, etc. So it's like, you know, he put so much work into it that like he should also rest so that he's able
Yeah.
to be on top again. Because like if you burn yourself out, then it's just gonna be even harder to get back up on your feet.
Yeah, like in terms of the way I cope with mental health, it's a weird thing for me because if I ever do feel low and it becomes a bit of a cluster, I go into a state of a venting chamber mode called Blacked Out, which I've actually made a song about, which is like the feeling of if something becomes too big or too heavy on your shoulders and you need time away, then Blacked Out is the venting, like I wouldn't say venting chamber, but just more like a sort of like a it's a chamber where you can like recharge in a way. Like it's like take time away, go into this chamber and exit the chamber when you need be. So
Right.
because I think you see me in a state where it's just like my name was blacked out and my profile picture was black,
Yeah.
which that isn't a bad thing because blacked out is a good thing for me because it's just like it shows that I'm taking time away because
Right.
I don't want it to be on a I don't want it to be a case of oh pushing through everything, even though my mental health's bad. No, I just want it to be like, if I need time away, I need time away, and then I post everything like, okay, I'm blacked out. Don't worry, blacked out's a good thing. So
Exactly.
it's a rehabilitation chamber in a way for me.
Right. That's really the most important thing because, like, for example, as well, I did daily videos in December of last year, and I also had a life outside of that. So it was like I didn't have any time to myself, and that
Mm,
was also when the situation with Leah happened, and then I had some personal things happen. My mental health was at an all-time low. Um, and then during Christmas, I was sick, so it was just a really chaotic time altogether. So then after December, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take some time away to just catch my breath because if I was just to continue working and working and working on these videos, it would just burn me out even more.
yeah,
So it's good to just like you said have that chamber where you're like just blacked out. You're taking time away from everything. Like for me, I deleted social media off my phone during that time as well because I just wanted to be separated from it completely
yeah,
and just work on my mental health and not have to let people. Of course, I let people know that I'm taking a break for a while, but it just not have to let people know everything that's going on. So I could just take a step away and just work on me.
yeah. Like in terms of what a year ago, like let's say like a year ago, for example, I would just be like, okay, blacked out. That's just gonna be on me on my own. But when I go blacked out now, it's just like I turn off all socials. Instead except WhatsApp because that's where me and my girlfriend communicate. Because she's actually been really great help.
Right.
In terms of when I do feel low. So it's a case of if I do need time off, I have her to go to the vent or like chill out for like on call and whatnot. So she helps a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's all it's all 100% fantastic with me. If I do feel like that, because I can just vent to her about pretty much anything, and she'll be
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, take all the time you need." So, which is also a good thing, because if let's just say, for example, if like let's say if you have a bad situation, you always got me to come to if you need like a venting sort of way. If you need a vent, I'm always here for for you. Don't worry.
You too, brother. Like seriously,
Yeah,
anytime.
yeah.
I
It's
I
all
like
good
being the
here.
friend that I like being the friend that people, can come to with their problems and I can listen and try and help as much as possible. I just I always want to be there for people.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just how I'm programmed.
yeah. I try my best to make people laugh, make people smile throughout every single day. Mainly because if many people can't make, let's just say for example let's just say if my girlfriend's feeling down and everything's going haywire for her, I'll be like, yep, I'm the only one that can actually make her smile and laugh at this point because I do it effortlessly according to her. I'll be like, okay, I'm just being myself and trying to crack a few jokes and be, as happy as I can be, trying to make people laugh. Just
Right.
because I'm programmed to do that. Well, programmed, I'm taught how to like, you know, be a decent human being. So I want to be the best I can be while also making people laugh and making them feel safe around me because I don't want it to be a case of, you know, I don't want people to just be in a bad situation because of my own words. That's why I have to like reevaluate what I'm trying to say in my head because I want to try and reword it to a point where it doesn't seem like the wrong end of the scale, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, because sometimes you can say something that's in good intentions, but it'll come out completely the wrong way,
Yeah,
and
that
then
yeah, they'll
like
take it the wrong way.
and it'll be like, oh shit, like I didn't mean it like that, but obviously that's how it came across, and you're like, okay, I can't really save that one, so yeah, try and like you always have the best intentions, but sometimes it just fails.
Yeah, that's why I always have to like if I want to say something, I have to reevaluate what I just said, then post it. I'll be like, oh, if this seems bad, I need to reword this. Fuck.
Yep.
So I have to like put it in simple words to make it sound like it's on the good end of the scale, not the bad end, because that can happen with some people.
Yep. That's especially on Twitter. One thing for me
Hmm.
is like for because like going back to my previous point that I said earlier about how you don't know how much you want to like share with people. One method I use is I'll open up Twitter and I'll just type out like an angry venting tweet, and then I'll just like take a second to just catch my breath, and I'll wipe it again, just so that I'm able to get it out without like having to let it out to the entire world or
Yeah.
my audience or whatever, without, because like if they see me being sad all the time, that's gonna bring them down too, and I want to be like a positive influence, because I know a lot of people like they have their everyone has their problems in life, whether it be in school or family or work or whatever. And that's what I used to do. Was I came home from school and I would watch my YouTubers to escape. So I love being able to do the same for others.
Yeah. With normally what happens when I normally get home if I'm going out to the shops or whatever, but back when I was in school it's just like yep, sit down, watch YouTube videos or play some video games. Nowadays it's just like if I ever get home and I feel low, be like, okay, message girlfriend, please. Message girlfriend,
Right.
please.
But it's just a good escape, like YouTubers or gaming, etc. Like gaming as well has always just been a massive escape for me, you know?
Yeah.
Nice little escape from reality.
Yeah. I think in terms of YouTube can be a good source of like escaping the real world, but you don't want to escape too far in, otherwise you'll like in terms of YouTube itself, it can go into a line of just no return, where you get too hooked into something and then you forget what's happening in the real world.
Right. There's a lot of people who are like, you can tell they're too much online, and you really need to just go outside.
Hit Discord
Just
mods.
oh, Jesus Christ.
That meme.
Oh boy. Or anyone on Twitter for that matter. Just please just put down the phone or the PC and just go outside.
Yeah, go outside, man. Think of the
Just go outside. Just
because when I
catch
do
the catch the air.
catch the yeah.
Breathe some fresh air. It'll do you well. Trust me.
That's what I say. If you look back on my channel, I did the outdoors series where I was just like bridge.mov or
Oh
um
yeah.
fucking field.mov or whatever the fuck it was. It was a weird time for me where I thought, you know what, let's just record the outdoors because it does show that I do go outside. Not gonna lie,
Right.
but it because when I every single time I go outside, if I'm on my own or whatnot, it was a state of looking back on everything I've done and thinking about what I can do to improve moving forward, which is the good
Right.
thing.
Yeah, I did vlogs for a while as well. It was like it wasn't anything spectacular or crazy or anything. It was just like me hanging out with friends or something, but it was a nice way to just like make content whilst you're outside and just having fun,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it was a state of because when I did the series, it was just like a state of okay, what can I because it was a state of I had no uploads and I was just in an all time like fuck it, let's just record the outdoors for a while.
Yeah.
It helped my mental health tremendously because there was a bunch of sightseeings there that was just like what the fuck, why haven't I been here before?
Hell yeah.
Yep,
That's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier about you just have to experience life and experience new things.
yeah. Grass.mov was the favorite video because it's just me fucking recording myself touching grass and walking away. Don't know
Yep.
what the fuck that was.
Look, it's content. Whether it's good content or bad content is up to the viewer, but it's content nonetheless.
If I say it's content nonetheless, but I call it content, like CUNTENT,
Nice.
content, because I post bullshit.
Right.
Like sometimes it can be a bit of a serious topic, whether it be law videos, but most of the time I'm just being a fucking idiot. It's
Exactly. And
nine times out of 10.
that's the best thing. It's just people say be yourself. Myself is a fucking idiot. Everything I post is just dumb. If people want to watch it, then hell yeah. If they don't, also understandable.
Yeah, like most of the time it'd be myself like being like oh goofy as fuck or being an absolute state to humanity.
Yep.
Like in terms of just being a complete and utter idiot. But like there'll be that one instance where I'm like serious with the camera, whether it be in a situation that's just happened or just be like, okay, just need to take a break here.
Exactly. because that's also the whole point earlier about how we're saying like we want to entertain people and have a way for them to escape, whether it's in school or life or whatever. But you also need to, like with my situation with Leah that happened, or yours with your friend passing away. Sometimes you also have to be serious and say, "Hey, I apologize, but I'm gonna have to take a step away, and I'm gonna have to be real with you guys." And also
Yeah.
show people that you're a person, that you're not just an entertainment robot, and that you're also a human being with feelings and your own needs, and that that's what a lot of people forget is that content creators, they're still human. They still have lives outside of the content that they do, and that's why I never really like fangirl or fanboy or whatever, because I'm like, I also understand that this person is a human, and I try to respect them as a human regardless.
Yeah, like people outside of the camera still have lives of their own that they want to do. They
Yeah,
do want
like
to have that sort of escape themselves, because content can become a bit of a burden to people, even for content creators or just anyone in general. Like it can become too much.
yeah, and you need to also have your own life. Like I have people asking me as well, like stupid questions like, "Do you still have to shit every day?" Like just because I'm a content creator and I have followers and everything like that doesn't mean I stop living a life. Like I still live a pretty regular life, I'd say. Like I wake up, I have a Starbucks, I go to the gym, I come back, maybe have a Monster, which I don't as much anymore. I've stopped being an addict, but I used to a lot. And then record my videos, chill with friends or family, and go to bed.
We still have lives outside of the camera. It's just people don't see it, obviously.
Nope. It's like we still live pretty regular lives overall, except we also just, you know, uh, talk into a camera or record music or whatever, or act on a stage, whatever it may be.
Yeah, whether it be working a job or making content or doing whatever the hell that is like a hobby, we still have lives of our own to do,
Yep.
which is also like a is also a good thing because of what we were mentioning earlier with mental health. It's just a case of escaping that content creation realm and just stepping out into the real world. Like, yep, this is happening.
Exactly. Like I love that there's a lot of people speaking out about mental health, and that like, people's mental health really matters,
Yeah,
and that like um for years we've been like there's been this stigma that, for example, like uh, uh males can't show their mental health or like show feelings, etc., because then they're weak, and then they have to just be strong all the time, and it's like there's also a breaking point where you have to let it out, and you have to if we have problems, speak to someone about it, because it really does help to let it
yeah,
out. Like I'd say that's like, I know they say not to have regrets, but like in 2021, my mental health was really bad. Anxiety, depression, everything like that. But I didn't tell anyone really for a while, until eventually I came to a few people and just said, "Look, I'm feeling like absolute shit." Um,
yeah,
I was really unhappy. Um, School was shit. I worked a job I didn't like. Um, and it catches up with you. Like I said, I started putting on a lot of weight. And it gets bad, and that's why I'm open about it now, and telling people that it's really important to speak out if you have issues, because it really does help.
yep, yep. I feel like in terms of life itself, it can become a bit of a burden. But in terms of that one saying of life is a series of hills, because I know you mentioned that a bunch of times in the past. Like life can be a series of hills,
Yep. There's
ups
always
and
gonna be good,
downs.
and there's always gonna be bad.
Yeah, ups and
But
downs all around.
exactly. But I also know things always have a way of working themselves out, because they have to. And what I mean by that is, either things go my way, fantastic, or they don't and life goes on, or worst case scenario, I die, which I'm okay with. Not to say that I want to die or seek death. I still want to live a long, happy, and prosperous life. Um, but I'm also like not scared of death. like I'm acceptant, is that a word? Like I don't accepting of death. I'm not
Yeah.
scared of confronting death. If I was to die right now, I could still look back at life and say I've experienced a lot of things and lived one hell of a life.
Yeah. That's like you don't want to. You obviously you don't want to, but it's just like a case of if the time comes, then like naturally, if the time comes, then it's done. Like you're okay with that.
Yep.
You have to learn
So
to
just
accept it.
things will always be okay.
Yeah.
Again, no matter how hopeless it seems, and as hard as it is, I get it because I've been there myself. We have to just always try and look for the positives and try and look for the good times that'll eventually come. Because like when you're in that rut, whether it be anxiety or depression or feeling lows, loss of a close one, etc., you could be at that low point and think, okay, I've been at this low point before, and I know I got better again, so that I know that will happen again.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much sums up like the entire mental health aspect of it. Because even like what you mentioned earlier, like males don't like males don't really express their mental health as much, which I could understand because they want to try and be like they're trying to want to try and be on top or whatnot. Like they're trying to be like the like I don't know how to explain it, but they're trying to be like the tough people that they are. But no, we're still human regardless.
Yeah, and that's also just because a lot of like people have stigmatized that like oh, men have to be strong and tough and they can't show their emotions because then they're weak, and I'm like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Like, and there's an age old saying, like it's been said a lot, but it's because it's true. Like crying does not mean you're weak, it just means you've been strong for too long, and like that's okay. There will come a point where you need to let it out.
yeah. There'll be a breaking point regardless on who you are, to a point where
Yep.
you have to let out all your emotions at once.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much that was the entire like I think that's the entire point of mental health where you do need to have like a breaking point where it's just like you have to tell people what's been going on, how you're feeling and what you'll be doing if you ever do take a break and whatnot. Like where you'll
Exactly.
be. So yeah, pretty much that sums up mental health in a way.
Yep.
Yeah, but in terms
I got
of
super, I got super serious all of a sudden, but I mean, it's also an important topic, I feel like.
I say mental health is a very important topic
Yep.
to talk about in terms of anything, like in terms of content creation, in terms of whether you be at work, whether you be just out and about. If you ever do feel low, contact someone. Like obviously there'll be a bunch of helplines to help with that. Like Samaritans is a good one to help with it's a suicide prevention hotline where you can just it's like a 24-hour service, so it's a good it's a good service to go fight if you ever do feel like it could be the end for you. It's a good
Right.
it's a good suicide prevention hotline. Let's just call it that one.
Right.
Which I do feel in a way that it is good. Like obviously so suicide prevention is good, but in terms of people not contacting the right people, it could lean it down could go further down and it could eventually lead to someone's life being lost.
Right.
This is why you need to have the good, like, obviously the right people around you and the right contacts in terms of if you do feel like you're going to a breaking point where it's like this could be it, you need to have those emergency contacts like Samaritans, for example, 911, um, anything along those lines.
Yeah. It's great that those resources exist for the people who are stuck and don't know where to go.
Hmm.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's I know everything got super serious, but like at least we were able to let that get onto a positive note. That like things will be okay and that there are the resources out there if you do need it. Yeah,
There are resources out there, so there's no shame in contacting anyone about how you're feeling.
definitely not.
But that really sums up the mental health aspect of life itself.
Really does.
Yeah, but in other terms in life,
Dude.
there is a stigma in, I guess, in terms of meeting up with the right people, because we're hanging out with the wrong people, so to speak, anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, trust me, we've been there multiple times. It's gotten
Oh
to a point where it's just like you hang around with the wrong people. It's your entire mood or attitude changes. Then you find the right people. It's just like they can bring your old self back from how it used to be before hanging out with the wrong people. So be like, you could be the sweetest person ever, then hang out with the wrong people, then you change.
Yep.
So thankfully, that hasn't happened with me. Yes, I hang around with the wrong people, but I never really changed, which is a weird thing because my mind's always set on being the best I can be, if that
Hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm I'm known for hanging out with the wrong people. For example, in secondary school, there was a bunch of bad people I used to hang around with. But
Right. But you also learn from that, you know?
it's a learning experience. Like I was heavily bullied in secondary, like heavily bullied. Like it was bad to the point where um there was a state where I just couldn't be bothered. It was just like a state where, you know what, fuck this. I've had enough. I'm just gonna go silent on people for a while.
Right.
Yeah,
Because like in high school, everyone wants to like you know prove themselves. Like in high school, there's all these like cool kids, which is stupid beyond belief now that I'm out of high school and have been for a while. But like, and I'm guilty of this too. But like, you wanna be a part of the cool kids and show that you're like worth something and things like that. I was the same. I always try to make sure. Okay, I'll hang around with these cool kids that I don't really like and they don't really like me, but I just have to try and prove that I'm like worthy of being in their group, etc. Um, and now I look back because like that was 1 year, and after that, everyone's like, you know, you go off into maybe college or something. You go off where you meet the people who have the same interest in you, and it's a whole different playing field. You're like, huh, why did I waste my time trying to be with the cool kids
yeah.
when it's really just pointless since I'll never see him again and no one cares after high school. But that's also a learning experience.
Yeah, it's a learning experience for regardless of what it is. Like in terms of what happened in secondary, it's just like a case where I said, "Oh, I'm making a game," then they'll just get bullied for it. Or I have a YouTube channel and I'm making a game, bullied for it because it's like, "Oh, this, and this." I'm like, "I can't be fucking arsed with this today."
Yeah. Like the funny thing is like well, nowadays everyone wants to be a YouTuber, but like I started like well, I've been making videos ever since like 2012, 2013 when I had my first phone and I started uploading videos onto YouTube in 2014, so now 9 years ago, which is insane. Back then it was still like very new and like nowhere near as popular as it is today. So I got bullied for it. But it's like it's always just about like pushing on and proving them wrong, which I did. And now some of those same people come back and they're like, "Oh my god, your videos are so good," and "Oh my god, can we be friends? Can we do this and that? Can you like help pay for this because I know you have money now?" It's like, "Fuck you. You you legitimately like you bullied the shit out of me for 9 years ago. Why should I why is that suddenly cool now?"
Yeah,
That's the thing. You just you prove them wrong.
yeah. I'm always down for proving people wrong. I'm just still waiting for that moment to happen. Like
Damn.
I just want that moment to happen where I prove people wrong. It's like, oh, you can't do this. That's something. That's
Mm.
something I can work towards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just want that moment to happen later down the line. So it was just like, oh, you have this, and this. But like, I got bullied heavily for making YouTube videos, making video games at the time. Now
Right.
I'm still doing the same things just because I enjoy it.
Exactly. It's like if you're doing something different, than like the I guess the normal thing, because like I was never really into sports either, like the others were, or like like everyone's your favorite musicians or actors, etc. They've been there as well because they try to um go like on a different path than everyone else and do something different because they actually enjoyed doing it. So they went outside of the regular uh linear path
Yeah.
that the other people are taking, and they get bullied for it because it's different and people think it's weird. But then they continue and push on with it, and they prove people wrong, and then those same people that bullied them, they are now stuck in life with no idea what to do with themselves.
Oh, that's the most funniest thing though, because yes, you can get bullied, but imagine if your bully is in the same position as they were back then with nothing going on.
Yep.
Like in terms of me, like I was heavily bullied. I'm still doing YouTube, still doing this, and I've got a part-time job. I got a girlfriend. I'm fucking living life at this point.
Exactly.
I
It's
don't
what it's
know
about.
what they're doing because last time I saw them, they were all playing football and being the cunts they are. So
Yep.
I saw them again in college. Like two of the same people that used to be bullied, they didn't say a fucking word. Like
Jesus.
like I saw them at a table in this cafeteria. It's just like they just looked at me. I looked at them with the serious expression. They just didn't say anything back. They didn't say anything. I think they're just talking to themselves. I was like, oh, is that one person? Yeah, it is. I looked at them, didn't look back at them. I was like, yep, nah.
No.
We just didn't say a word to each other. They just looked at me. That's all it was. I didn't give a shit really. I was in a state where in college I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit no more. If you have something to say, fucking say it.
Yep.
It was a weird period for me in college because I was just like, you know what? I hang around with these people because they're all great people. Like a good friend of mine, um, Ellie, which is a good thing. It's a good friend to the channel. Um, Ellie, Ella, Hayden, Devon. They all met them in college. They were the people that started out with me on YouTube. Like the old Among Us days. Like those
Hell
were
yeah.
good times, and they're still with me today because I have a video with myself, Ella, Ellie, my girlfriend, and Elijah that's coming out soon. I can't really say when. So it's gonna be a great time for me. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
I do want to have a massive Among Us session with like 15 people.
Ooh.
Like I've been trying to get that up and running for a while now. I have myself, probably Beastly, Squish, who is my girlfriend, um confirmed for it. Elijah will be confirmed as well. I feel like I can get at least a few more people in terms of um my old group's names like Ellie, Devon, Ella, Hayden. I could get them involved as well. I will get them involved.
I mean, shit. If you're missing people, I'd be down as well. I haven't played Among Us in ages, but it'd be fun. Like
Yeah.
a good throwback. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a good throwback to what the peak of Among Us was, because normally what I normally do with Among Us is public troll, and I still do that because it's funny as fuck. There was one clip, I can't remember what it was. It was myself, Ellie, and Hayden. We were just all messing around with Among Us, and I had the chance to do with public trolling. Later in that session, like Ellie's name was Yeah Man, like like Yeah Man, like legit just Yeah Man.
Haha,
Um,
yeah.
haha Yeah Man, the Jay Swingler meme.
That's never gonna die.
Yeah,
Sadly.
and then Hayden's name was You Idiot's Eye. So whenever,
So it's like you idiots. I was not the imposter.
yeah, that was it. Then
It's
I think Ellie joined the game later on, and Hayden said, "Yeah, man." Looked at Ellie's name, and it was Yeah, man, and he started laughing. But I feel like, in terms of the editing process, he dribbled. That was the best clip I have of that one episode. I think it was episode 2 of the old series I used to do. It, Hayden dribbled on himself, and he denies it. And I still think, like me and Ellie still think he dribbled to this very day. In terms of that recording session, we was just pissing ourselves when looking back at it. Yeah,
amazing.
I want to play with Hayden again so we can get those moments in. There was one moment with Hayden though, I want to make an out of context video because there was a quote of him which we still fucking question ourselves about it. We was like, I think he was watching Naked Attractions or like anything to do with nudity, and for some odd reason, he said the quote, and I quote in that video, "Fuck me, that guy's cock is massive." That's the quote he said. We were me, Ellie, and Lila, who was part of the old Among Us group as well. Not in terms of the UK side thing, but with when I just started like moments before I started joining the peeps and stuff. That was just a fucking weird time for me. It was just like a introduce American friend to UK friends sort of thing. And that was the quote that Hayden said that I'm like, fuck's sake. You know what? If you keep
I
saying this
mean,
shit,
like, look, you can. It doesn't matter if you're straight or gay or bi or pan or whatever. You
say
can
what
still
you want.
appreciate a. You can still appreciate another man's cock. You know what I mean? You
Say
can still
what you
appreciate a
will.
good cock.
It
Yep.
doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, bi, trans. Say what you fucking want
Yeah.
about another man's schlong.
You can still appreciate a good schlong. It's the same thing I've been saying for years about how like doesn't matter what you are, what you identify as, what your race, what your skin color is, your gender identity, it does not matter. Everybody loves a good pair of anime titties. If you don't, you're not human. Get out of this world.
Yeah, that's also like a good quote to go by. It's like, I don't care who you are, appreciate other people or other aspects in life.
Yep.
Oh,
Especially anime titties.
it's especially animated,
I, I I
bruh.
I tweeted at Elon Musk. It was like, "Hey, can you put an anime flag on the moon just because it's funny?" So I had people like asking me like, "You tweeted at Elon Musk. Do you know like the secrets to like SpaceX or PayPal or Tesla?" I'm like, I just
SpaceX, bruh.
I just told him to put anime titties on the moon because I thought it was funny. I don't know shit about any of that. He didn't
Se-
even respond to me.
Sega needs to put an Eggman flag on the moon because of the Snapcube like fan dub. They have to do that at some point.
We need to just fill the moon with shit posts.
Eggman pisses on the moon.
Oh, that's an old school one.
We need that to happen IRL. Please, like I want like memes to come IRL, but not in terms of like the logistics of it. Just to have a flag of like an image of a meme on there. Just put a flag down. It's fine.
Yes, just fill the moon with flags of just memes and shit posts.
Yeah,
Th-
it's
Then then we've won in life. We've completed life.
then we go to Mars, put the same flags on there. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, like they've been talking about sending people to Mars and have people live there. Um, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, let's just go to Mars and put flags down of memes on there. It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like in terms of yeah, let's talk about memes for a brief minute, real quick. Like
Oh hell yeah.
we did the memes tier list.
We did that. That was fun.
Will we do another one at the end of the year?
Hmm. If there's good memes, maybe.
Maybe. That's a good meme. Maybe. Like,
We'll see about it. I mean, there's been some decent memes this year. Not gonna lie. They haven't really lasted that long, but they've
yeah,
been good.
there's been certain memes that have been going around on the internet in 2023, but they haven't been. They've been good, but they didn't last long.
Yep, like there was the Burger King ad thing for a while was really funny.
Ew. Yep.
The the Skibbity Dob, the guy with the belly. Uh,
The new thing now with that is Skibbity Toilet.
yep, which is like genius, but it's
Bro,
insane.
you
The
have
man
no,
said like
you have
three
no,
3 billion a month. That's crazy.
bro, you have no idea how much we get flooded out because of Beastly in our group chat is just reacting to the fucking Skibbity Toilet series. It's I cut like the fucking meme song is stuck in my head because of him. it's it's gone to a point where it's he actually made like a stick nodes animation of Skibbity Toilet. I'm like, brother, you've gone too far.
Oh my god.
This is bad. Like he makes good stick nodes animations. Like, I feel like he it's uncredited for the amount of stick nodes animations he's done. He's actually like a good lad. But in terms of Skibbity Toilet, it's just a case of okay, you've gone far.
But it's also insane because like every time a new Skibbity Toilet gets posted, it gets like 30 million views. The guy gets 3 billion views a month.
Brother,
Like,
let me just no, you have no idea. Logan did, what was it? A Skibbity Toilets reaction? I can't remember what the fuck views it got. Let me bring that up real fucking quick.
Right, because
It got
it's just insane. Because
views,
like,
bro.
think about, for example, Ludwig is one of the biggest streamers on YouTube, and he has like 1 billion views in total, and this guy gets 3 billion a month.
Mm.
It's crazy. And anytime somebody does something Skibidi Toilet related, whether it be reaction or commentary or whatever, also just tons of views.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at Logan's channel right now, and he's at 481 subs. I can't remember what it was
Right.
on before the video, but he gained subs and views because of that video.
Right.
Like, I'm looking
It's
at.
just it's a glitch in the algorithm. Anytime anything has to do with Skibidi Toilet, it will get views.
Right, look, he reacted to Skibidi Toilet 1 through 51, right?
Yeah.
23,000 views. And he's at 481 subs now because of it.
That's crazy.
Like, he used to be behind me in subs, but ever since he released that reaction, fucking skyrocketed, brother.
Yep.
It's amazing how well this man has just raised in views. I think we have to thank Skibidi Toilet for giving him views, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Like, there was that one point where I was like, shit, I need to react to Skibidi Toilet, but I realized, you know what? Fuck the views and the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a point where it was just like, the algorithm took over. And they're like, you know what? Nah, brother.
I wanted to, but then I saw Ludwig uploaded a video where he reacted to all Skibidi Toilet, so I was like, I'll just watch that.
Yeah. Just watch that video, it's fine. Or you can just watch the Skibidi Toilet series yourself without needing to put up a camera.
Yep. Also that.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of the meme tier list nowadays, in terms of the end of the year, it could be just Skibidi. That'll be it. That'll just be it.
An S tier for Skibidi.
S for Skibidi.
And that's it. And that's the video. 7 seconds done.
I got my friend to make a tier list, and guess what? It's 7 seconds long. S tier. Thanks. I just really hope that this year's meme tier list is better than the last year, or the. It could be better, to be honest. We could just have old school memes that we just didn't include.
That's true. We'll see about it if there's any good ones at all.
If there's no good ones, we have to incorporate memes from long ago that we just forgot to include.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that'll be a banging video. Also, in terms of videos, you released the higher or lower video.
Oh yeah, that's released a long time ago
Yeah,
now.
a long time ago.
A few months ago.
You got slapped twice. Well, technically 3 times because you didn't release one round. Well, you edited it out a round.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, it was a fun video nonetheless, but like it was back to back to back where you just lost. I'm like, you know what? That's something.
Yeah. Cut this out of the podcast, please.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
No, just joking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I got destroyed. You got your revenge.
Like quick, brother.
Yep. And I was like, okay, we'll just do one round, see where it goes. Then that round was way too quick for a full video. It's like, okay, we'll do one more. And then it's like, okay, we'll do one more because that wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Safe to say you got your revenge.
I got my revenge like 3 times in a row. I'm like, what the fuck? Because on my channel I lost, but on your channel I won. I think it's like a curse of like if I do a channel like a challenge on my channel, I just lose. But
We'll have to see.
if I go on,
We'll have to do something on your channel soon and just see if it's the same effect.
if it's
We'll have
the
to do,
curse,
yep. We'll have to do like would you rather or something.
would you rather again? Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious.
And on your channel, just to see if the curse still applies.
If the curse still applies, then yeah, then it's fucked. I just really hope that the next collab video we do could be just like more like meme Olympics, because that'll be something to do.
Ooh.
That'll be like a very good idea to do, like a meme Olympics, like, or like a gamer Olympics sort of thing.
True. That could be something.
It could be a meme gamer Olympics. That could be like, we have to look at some videos in regarding that like soon though, in order to actually pull it off.
Yeah.
Like if you want to organize it for your channel, then that's Kushti. Like if you want to write down a bunch of challenges you want both of us to do on camera, it's fine. How many Oreos can we fucking Like a chubby bunny challenge of like Oreos and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
That would be something.
The E-Boy Olympics.
E-boy Olympics. Fuck's sake. You know what? Fuck it, I'm down for that.
Hell yeah.
Meme Olympics would play a bunch of video games. Then at the end, it was just like, yep, grand challenge. How many Oreos can you do the Chubby Bunny challenge with?
Yep. And I'm a massive fan of Oreos.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Look, because even though I'm like, dieting, you gotta have Oreos. You can't go wrong with them.
Look at my camera. Fucking Oreos here.
Fuck yeah.
I have like another 2 packs in my desk as well. So I got 3 packs of Oreos. So
Oh,
it's all cushy here.
indeed. You actually haven't said kushti in a while. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's normally my vocab, but it's it sometimes just fades away and then it comes back randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in terms of content ideas, in terms of collabs, it can vary. But in terms of like, you want to try and make it fun for the collaborator as well. You don't want to make it just fun for yourself.
Exactly.
You have to try and find that balance. So that's why when I do collabs, I normally find like the goofiest thing possible. For if I know it will be, funny on both people's parts. That's why I normally play like random goofy games on Roblox or try and find some random video to watch or just because there was a video idea that I wanted to do with Beastly, which was let AI take over and try and write a story, but I still want to do that, but I tested out the AI thing. It spoke bullshit. Like it was just like random letters like capitalized. It was just like trying to mix and match different words that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like
As AI does.
like I want because we did that ages ago. Like we didn't record it. Because I wanted BC to read out the entire like paragraph, and we were just pissing ourselves with laughing at it.
Right.
Like I remember it was like you can have 10,000 characters per week, and we would just use every single character in that one session. So it was just fucking hilarious. Like it was wild that day. Like we should fucking do one like an AI thing because it has a corruption filter. If you put it at max, it can combine random words together from nowhere. So
Right. I also have a million ideas with AI. I'm really excited to do it.
I can do AI covers. I've learned how to do that thanks to Aaron and Golden.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I have your voice integrated. I have my voice integrated. I just need I could get one of my lore characters' voice integrated, but I don't know how I'd feel about that. It'll be fucking
Uh,
hilarious.
I'm surprised my voice would even work for AI because I feel like it's just so strange.
Anyone's voice that works for AI, just try and puts it over. Like it will have the same accent, like the same sort of accent, but it'll just be your voice in that accent,
Yeah.
which is weird. But it surprisingly, when Aaron sent me the voice demo for your voice, it was like, why the fuck does it work?
Yeah.
It was a case of like if you have a voice that works with AI, or if you know you have a voice that's good for radio or content creation in general, like yours, like your voice is amazing for content creation. Don't get me wrong. You can work with AI and song covers.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate that, my man.
Yeah, like I'm saying this now because in terms of the quality of like, how you present yourself to the camera, it's inspirational to me because I still can't do that nowadays. I think I choose not to because I don't want to go with like the medium of just energetic or just like be like, hey, welcome back to this video, or like being too energetic to a video. I just don't want to do that. I want to be like laid back and chill, be like, yep, fuck, bitch, cunt, dick. It's just I want to try and be myself. It's funny that way.
Right. Like everyone does it their own way. And like if people are like, you're so energetic in your videos. I'm like, this is just what I'm like even off camera as well. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
Like maybe a little more energetic for videos just because that I want it to be entertaining, but it's still me. Like it's not a character. It's just maybe a little bit more of an energetic version of me.
Yeah. I
And
don't.
also and also because I can't see because of caffeine, but that's another thing.
The thing is, when I chuck on a monster, I just shake. I don't really get. It's just like a shake. Like it's not a bad shake in terms of caffeine. It's like a shake of like you need to do something. In terms of like it's like an energy jolt, but in terms of I don't take like I don't drink Monster during recording sessions mainly because I just don't want to burn out energy that much. I want
Right.
to have energy to record, and I just don't want to crash later. But it's all cushy for me. It's all good for me.
Kushti.
Kushti. You need to start like I want to try and get people to learn the word kushti. Um, like when Nikki was still like me and Nikki we started. She started using my lingo a bit too much. She was like brother kushti fam. I was like, oh my fucking god, why are you learning this? Why are you gaining this knowledge? It was all funny. Plus it was like it was all grand with that. So yeah, I just want other people to learn my lingo or like learn my dialect, so to speak.
You're spreading the curse of your like your vocabulary.
My vocabulary is a virus, and I'm spreading it out to other people.
Exactly. The virus of it.
The glitch trap of vocabulary. Be Kushti. For example, Kushti is a good one.
Kushti.
Kushti, spelled Kushdi. Kushti.
Hell yeah.
It's just, but that's Kushti or you feeling Kushti? Like, it's a good word to use. It saves you team of are you feeling alright? Are you feeling okay? It's a Kushti. It's a fun word to use.
It's got something to it.
It's like a creative word. I don't know where the fuck I got. I think I got it from college where I was hanging out with a couple of friends of mine. I was like, yeah, pick up on that link. It's like it's Kushti. Yeah, but it's a fun word to use, and I feel like it's a good word. So I use it for good intentions, not bad intentions, obviously, because fuck using it for bad intentions.
Yeah.
But obviously there'll be a case where you don't want to use the word because it's a serious moment. But
Right.
you can use it to a point where if you want to make people laugh, you can. And if it's in your vocab already, you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Like if you had like a certain word, like a certain like word that's in your vocab that wouldn't normally be, like I have kushti, what would yours be?
Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot. Now I don't even know.
Like what's one word you say unironically that you know is like shouldn't be in the vocabulary to begin with? Like I have kushti that I say unironically. What would yours be?
What do I say?
You put you on the spot now, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you actually are. Now I actually have to think about it. Um,
Oh, eat your digestive in the meantime.
what are you doing? Ah, ASMR. Nice. Um,
ASMR segment of the podcast where Sander thinks about shit.
um, I don't know. Sometimes I say that's so pog, that's so champ.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, Dean says pog all the fucking time.
Well, I also say swoosh, swoosh, and zabu, zabu, zabu because of the meme.
The meme, yeah. Zwoosh. What was it? The fucking the AI. No, it's the fucking Japanese translated Star Wars video, wasn't it? Like Google
Yep,
translates.
it was the hallway scene. It was either I don't know, it might have been French or Japanese or something like that, and it was just swoosh, 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 swoosh.
No, it was Japanese. I can understand.
Zapu, 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 zapu.
Yeah, that was a really funny video to watch because I've watched it ages ago, and it was just a funny video. It was just like a swoosh, zoop, zap, 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 ow.
It is legendary.
No, I want to try and like, if I can actually have a way of doing that, like using Google Translate, it shouldn't be that hard. Just grabbing audio file, like audio clips, like write this, like write a rhyme like write a line of a script, put it in Google Translate, and see what fucking happens. It would be fucking hilarious to make a full script out of it.
Oh yeah.
Like try and like I want to try and like get a line from Titanic. Don't Jack, don't let go with Google Translate. It's be
Oh
so
no.
fucking hilarious. Or just use AI to write the script.
Oh boy.
Yep. Like I'll try and like okay. Or I could just do a thing where I put the entire like a segment of a script in Google Translate, translate it a bunch of times and see what happens. Like I
Hmm.
want that to be the best like script ever. And I just want
Oh
it
yeah.
I just want AI to just read it as that. Like Google Translate voices. One off video.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, we have some dumb ideas. I love it.
It's straight from the brainworks of like if you talk about something and if you want to do it for a video, fucking go for it. It's just
Hell yeah.
there.
So the thing of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so you might feel like, maybe this video isn't that good, but then you try it, it actually is. Or it's not, and then you try again. You
Yep.
try something else. But you never know unless you take the shot.
Yeah. I guess that's a good lesson for the podcast. If you have an idea, fucking go for it.
Yep. I think that's really the moral of the story here.
More of the podcast. There we go.
Yep. Moral of the podcast.
But like that's a good. I feel that's a good ending point for the podcast. Really.
Yeah, that's a fantastic way to end it off. We've also
Yep.
been going for quite a while now. Let me see. We've been going for
An
looks like
hour and 40 minutes in OBS.
damn.
Yep. I feel that's a good ending point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Brandon, I want to say thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed this.
Always a pleasure having you on.
I'm glad I was able to.
Yeah. If I can get other people on, I can get both you and Aaron on for the next one if need be.
Ooh,
If we can find time.
yeah. Actually, this also isn't the first time I've been on your channel for a podcast. You did one like years back with me and Aaron, so
Yeah,
that'd be
I did
a
one
cool
like
way to reunite us
yeah.
again, all
There
three of
was
us.
one several months ago, or like I think last year, which was with you and Aaron. We started
Right.
talking about um life, certain stuff, projects, music, whatever the hell. Now with this podcast, it's more laid back and just like whatever the fuck comes to mind, you fucking speak for it.
Yep.
There's no topics, so if there's anything you like wanted to say, just couldn't go for it.
Exactly.
Yep, but that's pretty much the moral of the podcast. Just if you have an idea and if you have it for a video or just anything in general, fucking book for the hills for it.
Yep. Just fucking do it, cause you never know where it might take you.
Yep, it could either go horribly wrong or horribly like amazingly right. Doesn't matter if it's good for you. Fucking go for it.
Yep. And even if it goes wrong, life moves on, but you never know unless you do it.
Yep.
And things will always work out because they have to, because either they do or they don't, and life goes on.
Yeah.
Or you die.
Or you just slump, slump down. Yep. In terms of any closing remarks, if you have anything to say, like whatever the hell you want to say, if you want to promote anything, promote your channels, promote your social media, go for it now.
Oh boy. Okay. So I have my main channel, which is Sawlky. I have a second channel called Sandersonberg. Um, I have Instagram, which is Sawlky with three Y's because someone else took the name, you fucking prick. um, Twitter, which is also just Sawlky. Um, well, I have a TikTok that's also just Sawlky. Everything is just Sawlky, but yeah, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, my two channels. Yeah.
You need to get a fucking link tree for this, brother.
Either way, like if you go to my main channel, Sulky, it'll all be there under like the about section. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll put links to both of your channels in the description anyway. They'll find your socials there anyway.
Fantastic. Well, I also do have Twitch, but I think I'm kind of semi banned on there.
Semi banned.
It was like I got a warning at one point, but like ever since then, whenever I've streamed, it's just been a black screen. Like the audio's there, but the screen is just gone dark, and I have no way to fix it. So I don't know if that's just Twitch's way of like um banning me without actually banning me, or if there's just glitches. I don't know. YouTube works, but Twitch doesn't, so I don't know.
Which is fair enough. Twitch doesn't fucking work anymore. I don't think people go to Twitch anymore. They go to Kick or
Oh, Jesus. Kick. Ay, ay, ay.
Kick's Kick is the new Twitch. But like it's to be fair, it's way better than Twitch in terms of
Yeah,
what Beastly's been saying, as well as other people I know have been streaming on Kick.
it's a good like service, and like the fact that they pay them in full is also insane. But it's
Hmm.
also a gambling company, so it makes sense. I feel like the community over there is a lot more vicious and toxic, especially because people like Aiden Ross stream over there, and we know how Aiden Ross's community is.
Mm, yep. So yeah, that's pretty much the podcast, I guess. I feel like in terms of we covered everything.
Yeah, and we went off on a lot of tangents, as we do, because we're just two idiots that have weird brains.
Two idiots that have something on their minds. We say for it and we go for hours on it. It's fine.
Yep,
Yep.
perfect, perfect podcast.
There we go.
I hope you guys enjoy it as well.
Yeah,
Just
really.
two idiots talking for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, nearly 2 hours of two idiots from different countries speaking their fucking mind. It's all right.
Yep, and one of the countries doesn't exist.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh. That's left.
I'm going to London next year. I don't know how that'll work since England doesn't exist. We'll figure it out.
Well, Britain doesn't exist in the EU. That's the problem here.
Yep, that's a whole other thing. Not even gonna touch on that. Not gonna get political. That's Hasanabi's thing.
Yep. No one cares about politics. Let's just call it about that.
Nope. The only thing I can say is like, no matter who you put into power, they're gonna fuck it up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can really say.
Yep.
Otherwise, fuck politics. Don't keep up with that shit. Don't care to.
And that's where we edit out that segment of the podcast. Edit out the politics.
Yep. Thank you.
Anyway, that's the podcast, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Been a pleasure having you on. Yep, this has been the podcast. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and if you don't like the content we got here, fuck off, I guess.
Well, if you didn't like it, why did you make it to this point?
Yeah. If you don't like the content, why are you still here watching the video?
Why have you wasted an hour and 40 something minutes?
Watching this video if you don't like me or Sander.
Just so they can shit and hate on every word we say.
Yep, pretty much. Right, that's it.
Yeah, that's a dedicated hater. If you made it this far, actually, you're a dedicated hater. I actually kind of respect that.
Gotta commend you for it. Right, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Make sure you subscribe to Sander's channel in the description down below. And make sure you go follow all of our socials. If not, that's okay. If you don't have those social platforms, ain't no one complaining. It's okay. We might hold you at gunpoint for it, but still, it's okay. Nah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out Sander's socials in the description down below, and we'll see you in the next podcast video meme.
Whatever it may be.
Yes. In a bit, everyone. Until the next podcast comes
Bye-bye.
along. Bye. It'd be something. Why am I smacking my pop filter?
Poor pop filter. What did it ever do to you?
Exist.
Damn.
What did high quality microphones do to me? They exist. I love webcam audio and COD microphones. Bring them back.
Just be like Delirious and use the same mic for like 13 years.
That's fucking hilarious. I wish my webcam had actual webcam audio. It doesn't pick it up, but I wish it did. Sure. If I could lower the bitrate on this microphone, I fucking would. Like, bring shitty microphone quality.
Just intentionally make it as bad as possible.
Oh my
It gets good views.
You know what? I should start a series of low bitrate video games. Like, everything's just low bitrate, low resolution.
Ooh.
Hilarious.
With how memes nowadays, that will go viral.
low, low res. Fucking low res music. That'd be fucking weird. Bit crush the shit out of it. It'd be fucking hilarious. Yeah, I know how to bit crush, so that's gonna be something to fucking experiment with, like, properly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I might have a few topics to write down because we don't want to go too off track. Knowing me,
Exactly. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a tangent podcast.
That's pretty much what the live stream podcasts are when I'm doing it solo. It's just like, if you have something in your mind, fucking say it. Yeah, that's pretty much what most of my live streams are anyway. Fuck around, find out. If you have something to say, go for it.
Felt that. Like I can never like finish a story because I'm in the process of like telling one story, for example, and then something will come up and I'm like, ooh, that reminds me of this thing. And then I go off on that tangent and then I never finish the original point, and then all of a sudden we're off out
Off to the races.
somewhere else. Off out somewhere else
Going
and
home.
yep, and I don't know where I started.
That's fair enough. Yep, let me just try and write down a few topics real fucking quick. Just a notepad. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Meme.
Meme. Meme in the wild.
You should legit see what I'm writing down for these topics, mate. It's fucking hilarious.
Maybe it should just be a surprise.
Nah, I'm renaming these anyway. Meme. Yes. Send help.
Send help. Yes.
Music. Dagamus. But no, we don't. No, fuck it, we are doing it because I'm done with the A games.
Yeah, same.
We can talk about it.
I don't think there's really anything controversial in talking about it.
Yeah,
At least not now.
Yeah.
2 years ago, maybe. Now.
Now we're fine.
Fucking fine.
First topic, what would be life itself? The concept of life itself.
Oh yeah. What is the meaning of life?
That would be an interesting one to talk about. And then random bullshit that we can come up with. No, I have to spell it like this. With. No, with.
With.
There you go.
Get a whiff.
With. WHIV with.
HIV.
HIV. Whoever named it that, I fucking adore that name because it's just HIV. HIV. Motherfucker said HIV.
Bruh.
Bruh. Random bullshit, there we go. We have 3 main topics, but anything we go into, that's completely free reign.
Oh yeah. We'll just see where it goes.
Here we go. Alright, we have at least... I've started recording 5 minutes ago, do you know what it means? Blooper clips! Here we fucking go!
Alright, so it's the real thing starting now.
Real thing, yes. Here we go. So, how are we gonna start this? Like any other YouTube video? Like, be enthusiastic or just professional or goofy as fuck?
I mean, it's your channel, your podcast, so like you roll with the intro and see where it goes. Follow your heart. Whatever you want to do for it.
Alright, we will play an ad. Fuck the intro, play an ad.
Just start out with an ad.
I don't even have the power to do ads. I'll just fucking throw a fake ad in there, it's fine.
Oh yeah, we'll make something.
Fuck it, we'll do an intro. Okay. How does one make an intro? I don't fucking know. It's been ages since I posted on this fucking channel.
That's the intro.
Fuck it, we'll fuck it.